Good evening, I'm AJ Douglas and thanks for joining us tonight. First, there was a two-car accident at a icy intersection in Brewer. Sunday morning at 6:59 a.m., the Brewer Fire Department was called to the area of 304 North Main Street for a two-vehicle accident. Two people were transported to a local hospital with minor injuries. According to the department's Facebook post, the department would like to thank Northern Light Medical Transport, Brewer Police, and Union Street Towing for the assistance. In other news, a Skowhegan man has been indicted by the Somerset County Grand Jury for attempted murder. 43-year-old Neil McLean was indicted on 2 counts of arson and 1 count of attempted murder. Police say the indictments happened in October of last year. 2 others were arrested after police searched a home in Palmyra in October. 40-year-old Joseph Quimby and 44-year-old Jessica Quimby were both indicted on drug trafficking, unlawful operation of a methamphetamine lab, and drug possession charges. They were also indicted for endangering the welfare of a child. Police say they searched the 2 buildings on Wayne Road. They seized fentanyl, methamphetamine, Suboxone strips, 2 guns, and other drug-related items, as well as cash. The Maine Department of Health and Human Services was called to the scene due as a child was present. Switching gears following Saturday's winter storm, plow crews hit the roads with safety in mind. David Ledford has the latest.
Maine's winter weather is picking up, and that means anyone with a plow truck has their work cut out for them. However, David Cody, director of Brewer Public Works, says that safety is always the first priority.
During a storm, try to make way for the plows. Don't be on the road if you don't have to be. And if you need to park on the side of the road to go into somewhere or something like that, please make it as short as possible because it's critical that we get things cleaned up and pushed back well.
Cody reminds people to be patient when it comes to cleanup efforts, and that it takes a single truck between 3 and 4 hours to complete just one run, which is a fight against the clock when snow is falling fast.
It's a big job for a small crew to do. They do their best at it, so the less traffic that they have to deal with and the less obstacles that are left in the way, the quicker they can do their job and the safer it is for everybody that's traveling.
While some may be eager to remove snow from their property, Cody says that plow trucks may undo that work if it's done too soon.
It just makes sense to wait until everything's done and the vehicles have all gone, the plows have all gone by, and this is going to push more material back into the driveway. So the better off to just wait. If at all possible, just wait, let our trucks do their final cleanup run before you start cleaning out your driveway.
Cody says that whenever there's a storm, he expects cleanup efforts to finish a few hours after the snow stops falling. In Bangor, David Ledford, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
For the first time in 3 years, a citizenship ceremony took place in person at the City of Bangor's Federal Building. Our Matthew Jurazic introduces us to the newest Mainers.
Many smiles, tears of happiness, and pictures were on display inside a U.S. District Courtroom as 25 individuals were officially introduced as Maine's newest American citizens.
Honestly, it just feels surreal. I didn't believe that it's happening, and I didn't think that I'm going to experience so many emotions, but I couldn't stop crying all the way here. We live about 2 hours away.
People originally from the Democratic Republic of Congo, Cameroon, and Ukraine took the oath of allegiance and were called by Judge Lance Walker to receive their certificate to prove U.S. citizenship. Walker also gave recipients advice on what they can do to be the best citizens possible.
So the duty of a lifetime falls to you now, our newest citizens. Be well informed, start a business, continue your education, practice your religion, love your neighbor.
Originally from the Democratic Republic of the Congo, Julie Kintiba cannot express how much this opportunity means to her.
I thank the USA to welcome me this country for everything they do for us in this country. I'm very grateful for the USA.
Churchill Elaine Way Preston came to the United States 2 decades ago from Cameroon as a student. Now owning his own coffee company and officially a U.S. citizen, he couldn't be any more excited for the future.
It feels great. It feels awesome. I mean, it's been 20 years, it's about time. But, living in a community where I live in Waterville, and a state like Maine. Oh my goodness, how would anyone not want to become part of a community like this? It's a beautiful community.
In Bangor, Matthew Jaroncic reporting for ABC7 and Fox 22 News.
Governor Mills' opioid response team hosted its monthly webinar series Friday afternoon, this time highlighting two prominent agencies on the front lines of the opioid epidemic. It featured a convention between the Office of Behavioral Health's director and the Deputy Assistant Secretary for Mental Health and Substance Use. The two discussed the provisions recently passed in the Consolidated Appropriations Act by Congress and the work being done to expand this substance use and opioid response capacity here in Maine.
Our mental health funding got an increase to 25%. Our prevention funding went up 8%. Our treatment funding 5%. And our surveillance resources went up 12%. This is really a priority for Congress.
This webinar is currently held on the first Friday of each month at 11:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. Switching gears, a Maine-based company recently delivered unfortunate news to a large number of its employees. Our David Ledford has the details.
It's pretty devastating to the area. Our area could use the jobs.
Puritan Medical Products, based in Guilford, has announced that 251 employees at its two Pittsfield locations have been furloughed. The company opened the facilities after the onset of the pandemic, hiring hundreds of employees in the process. And officials say the company is the largest manufacturer of medical swabs in the country, which have been used to test for the COVID-19 virus. According to the company, the furloughs are a result of a decrease in demand for swabs. But town officials say the change is nothing new.
The town of Pittsfield, as well as the region, is very resilient. We've been through many closures, layoffs, and furloughs before. It is to be unfortunately expected in a community that has two massive, large plants with huge numbers of people employed there.
Puritan also recently laid off 57 temporary employees last month at their Tennessee location. However, representatives say the Pittsfield furloughs are not permanent and hope to bring back all affected employees within 6 months. One resident of nearby Palmyra says that in the meantime, the community will still feel the impact.
I worked for the town of Pittsfield in the past and was here during the whole process of rebuilding and getting it up and running. And there was a lot of people that I know that worked there for that process too. So I have some friends that work there. The grocery store is going to be affected drastically by it. All of the local businesses will be.
Puritan representatives say the company will continue insurance benefits for the furloughed employees and has opened an employee assistance center in Pittsfield to aid workers. In Pittsfield, David Ledford, ABC7 and Fox 22 News.
A tasty tradition is back and in full swing in its 15th year in a row. It's Maine Restaurants Week, and eateries, across the state are participating by crafting specialty dishes and menus to appeal to customers during a traditionally slow season for restaurants. Co-creator and organizer of the event, Gillian Britt, says the delicious celebration of Maine food serves an important purpose.
Winter's a slow time of year for many businesses, obviously, and you look around, like even the weather today, it definitely impacts the bottom line. And so by creating a promotion, you've created something that encourages that spending and helps the economy. It's like Christmas for some, 12 days of dining out.
The event kicked on March 1st and will run through the 12th of the month. To learn more and find participating restaurants, visit MaineRestaurantWeek.com. Let's turn things over to Carmen Supinski, who's in now with the first look at our forecast.
Thank you so much, AJ. What a chilly start to the morning. Hopefully you bundled up. I know I did. I had my gloves, hats, and definitely my coat. Temperatures were only in the teens. Same thing by the coast, though. That warmer ocean water did not stop all that cold air from moving on in. Northern part of the state, though, well below zero temperatures. It's winter, though. Of course, we do have some snow on the ground. They're pretty intense now as well. Under a foot here in town and much, much more just up and north of town, where some places are coming in with 1.5 feet, even 2 feet of snow. We did have some snow yesterday. Today, not much is going on. Just a few passing clouds. Temperatures on the warmer end, too. But Can't have the best of both worlds. It is very windy outside. We have a sustained wind at around 18 miles an hour here in town. Gusts close to 30 to even 35 miles an hour, folks. Please hold your hats. Tonight, though, temperatures will continue to cool off, hovering slightly below freezing and in those 20s. AJ?
Thanks, Conrad. We'll be right back with more local news and more. Stay with us.
Roto-Rooter has served the greater Bangor area and beyond for 35 years, offering plumbing, hydrojetting, snaking, descaling, video inspection, and grease interceptor cleaning services. For all your residential and commercial clogs, call Roto-Rooter today, 990-1234.
And away go troubles down the drain. Roto-Rooter.
Autumn of Life Home Care is a great place to work. The team here provided me with all the opportunities and experience necessary to grow within the company, all while working around my busy college schedule. They provided all the necessary licensing and training. It truly was the job that kickstarted my career.
Autumn of Life Home Care in Brewer is a licensed agency with personal support specialists.
Let our compassionate, reliable, considerate caregivers make your life a little easier by providing assistance for you or your loved one.
Autumn of Life Home Care. We focus on you. Apply today.
Your favorite restaurants for half off. It's half off dining from Fox 22 and ABC 7. Go to foxbangor.com, click on half off dining, and start saving now.
Come visit Candor Cafe inside the Bangor Mall, where your fresh and healthy meals are made for you by a certified nutritionist. We also offer plant-based and gluten-free options. Stop by and see us today. Candor Cafe inside the Bangor Mall.
Great restaurants from all over Eastern Maine at half off dining from Fox 22 and ABC 7.
911, what's your emergency?
911 returns this Monday on Fox.
Half off deals. Save money at foxbangor.com right now. Get the best deals from restaurants, family fun activities, events, and your favorite stores all in one place. Go to foxbangor.com and click on half off deals and see all the money you could be saving. Half off deals at foxbangor.com.
The Piscataquis Valley Fair hosted its second annual Vintage Snowmobile Day. Devin Dagnall met with an organizer to learn more about the unique event.
This event is all about just enjoying the day with people with like-minded, passion. You'll hear conversations all day long about, oh, that's a 67 and I got a 65 at the house, and that's a 79, but the 81 was faster, but it kept blowing up. So you'll hear them talking about their passion, and it's amazing to look around and see the people that you didn't know in town that are in love with old snowmobiles. Me and some others put together a race for 2 years. We did a large snowcross race and tried to bring in thousands of people. The community was kind of tight for it, so it didn't pan out. So last year we started just with what you see, just a gathering of sleds, and we'll do a little ride through town, and people enjoyed it. It rained last year. We did it anyways. We got twice as many this year. There are a few machines here that the more of the history of them in Maine was the trapping aspect. Your old Elands and your old Olympics, so what your trappers would have put their snowshoes on, their traps, and their pack basket.
How would you like to see this event grow?
I wouldn't.
No?
A few more people to enjoy the ride, but we've done the big thing. The best thing is it's so simple, you stand around and talk.
Faculty, students, and veterans joined together at the University of Maine in Augusta to honor military service members who have made the ultimate sacrifice. We talked to a mother of a fallen soldier who is working to make sure her son's memory lives on.
Ariel, I have the honor and privilege of carrying the stone for Army Captain Christopher J. Sullivan.
Army Sergeant Nicholas A. Robinson. It's a privilege.
that story I will keep with me forever.
The University of Maine partnered with the Summit Project and Blue Star Mothers to recognize 20 service members from across the state who lost their lives while actively serving. Both organizations support recognition projects dedicated to veterans.
The Gold Star families and what they've lost is everything, you know. So in order to take a little bit of the time out of my life to show them the appreciation.
Tribute stones with the names of fallen soldiers were each placed in a display case to symbolize the continued memory of those who served in an effort to ensure their names are never forgotten. Blue Star Mothers work together to help mothers grieving after losing a child to active duty. Susan Stout speaks on how ceremonies like this help her family after the loss of her son in 2009.
It means everything. His name has been spoken. He's been honored and respected by those who have been here today.
We want to remember them. We want to remember their life and their story.
The president of the University of Maine says this ceremony represents the university well as the institution works to recognize student and community veterans.
I will say that it's a small piece of what we can do to just help remember those fallen.
The Summit Project Honor Case is currently displayed at the Michael Clare Center for the next 2 months. In Augusta, AJ Douglas, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
It's another recall from Tesla. This time the company is recalling more than 3,000 cars over loose bolt concerns. The National Highway Traffic Administration says loose bolts in the second row seating area can cause the seatbelt to fail in a crash. This creates a major risk and injuries to passengers. The affected vehicles include the 2022 to 2023 Model Y cars. Affected customers can go to Tesla, who will examine and tighten their bolts for free. In other news, an update on President Biden's health as his team continues to prepare for a potential 2024 run. Fox's Lauren Branchard is in Washington with more.
After a visit to Walter Reed Medical Center weeks ago, doctors Friday announced a skin lesion they removed from President Biden's chest was cancerous. However, they believe it was successfully treated.
The type President Biden had is probably the least concerning. It is almost more of a growth than it is a true cancer.
The 80-year-old commander-in-chief was deemed fit by doctors to handle his job, and his team is quietly preparing for a re-election run, though one has not been announced. A Washington Post report found 20 prominent Democrats have been asked to act as surrogates and advisors to the president on the campaign trail. So far, only one Democrat, author Marianne Williamson, is running. She officially launches her campaign Saturday.
The reason I think you have not gotten a challenge to Biden is that progressives can't complain too much with his record so far.
Just miles outside of Washington, D.C., Republicans met at the Conservative Political Action Conference. Potential 2024 contenders, Governor Ron DeSantis and former Vice President Mike Pence, skipped. Others took their chances to swing at former President Donald Trump.
We can't become the left, following celebrity leaders with their own brand of identity politics. Those with fragile egos who refuse to acknowledge reality.
If you're tired of losing, put your trust in a new generation.
Former President Trump will make an appearance at CPAC. He is the closing night headline speech on Saturday. In Washington, Lauren Blanchard, Fox News.
The Biden administration received some backlash for the president's climate change agenda. This as world leaders are trying to decide how to best handle their country's relationship with China as the Russian invasion of Ukraine drags on. Fox's Jackie Heinrich takes a look.
An internal memo accidentally posted by the Interior Department shows the Biden administration moved forward with increasing royalty fees on fossil fuel drilling off the Alaskan coast, despite its own assessment that lower fees would increase energy security for the state. Senate Energy Committee Chairman Joe Manchin saying he's appalled, and the leaked memo makes, quote, crystal clear that this administration is literally putting their radical climate agenda ahead of the needs of the people of Alaska and the United States. The president today focusing on Ukraine's security, meeting with German Chancellor Olaf Scholz.
We've been together throughout this.
Looking ahead, the picture is less clear. Scholz at the White House Friday with zero fanfare and no bilateral news conference, causing questions about how aligned the allies are on how to handle China amid Russia's war in Ukraine.
Scholz wants Beijing to mediate an end to the war.
while the U.S. is reportedly debating putting sanctions on China, which would be something that would be tough for Germany to swallow, given that China is a top trading partner. So is there so much division on how to deal with China that the two leaders shouldn't be questioned together?
Oh, there's absolutely no division here. I mean, I think you heard the Chancellor yesterday in Berlin speaking to his parliament, talking about his concerns about the potential for China to deliver lethal weapons to Russia.
Scholz and Biden have been at odds before after Scholz initially hesitated sending Leopard tanks to Ukraine. Biden's release of M1 Abrams tanks pushed that along with the expectation other NATO allies would follow suit. But only a trickle followed. The reality of Europe's readiness for any war laid bare. Now allies are scrambling to agree on a China approach.
We need to wake up as a country that they have entered into a Cold War with us.
NATO's new China challenge adds to unfinished business, bringing Finland and Sweden into the fold. Turkey still opposing Sweden's admission to the alliance, even as they soften on Finland, risking that Biden's Rose Garden remarks last summer may in the end ring hollow.
NATO's door remains open.
A readout of Biden's meeting with Chancellor Scholz made no mention of China, saying only the leaders talked about Ukraine support, imposing costs on Russia for its aggression, and that the leaders exchanged views on other global issues. At the White House, Jackie Heinrich, Fox News.
We'll be right back after these commercials. Stay with us.
ABC7, Fox 22, and Next Home Experience want to send you to see the professional bull riders performing March 10th, 11th, and 12th at the Cross Insurance Center in Bangor. Register to win 2 tickets at our website. Come out of the gate hot this year. With selling your home, like riding a bull, the market can be a bumpy ride, but our Next Homies are here to make it as smooth as possible. Get your tickets, get looped, and get sold. With Next Home Experience, your humans over houses realtors.
Here at Black Fly Coffee Company, quality will never be compromised. No matter what type of coffee you choose, whether it's hot, iced, or frozen, you can feel confident that our products are the highest caliber. We're here to assist you with your morning cup of joe, along with your mid-afternoon pick-me-up. And while here, grab a pastry for a snack. We always have fresh pastries available from a local business right here in the area. We look forward to meeting you soon.
Let's face it, getting training and experience is hard, but at Loring Job Corps we can help. From certifications in automotive technology, obtaining your CDL, or learning building trades, we have you covered. Maybe you prefer joining the high-tech world of computer networking or cybersecurity. We have that as well. Don't delay, get in the driver's seat to your future today. And the best part, Loring Job Corps is free. Receive free training, free meals, and even free housing. Call or go to jobcorps.gov/Loring. Job Corps careers begin here.
Since 1950, Fairhaven Camps, located in Brooks, Maine, has provided quality Christian summer camping experiences to young people from Maine and beyond. At Fairhaven Camps, we empower youth from ages 6 through 17 to seek the truth of the gospel of Jesus Christ. Fairhaven Camps offers day or overnight camps as well as horsemanship and wilderness camps. Fairhaven Camps is now hiring for summer staff and accepting registration for campers. To sign up, apply, or donate, please visit www.fairhavencamps.org or call us today.
You're watching Fox 22, Bangor.
President Biden will not veto a congressional bill blocking the District of Columbia's criminal code overhaul. It's a decision that caught some of his Democratic allies by surprise. Fox's Chad Pergram has more.
Even liberals in the nation's capital went too far for President Biden.
The president ditched progressives as the D.C. City Council went soft on crime.
This is a president that believes in keeping communities safe. So he's going to make a decision that will help the residents of D.C.
Mr. Biden sparked an intra-party firestorm, catching liberals by surprise.
I haven't talked to him. I don't think he wants to talk to me about it. I'm the last person he wants to talk to about it.
Some D.C. residents oppose Congress bigfooting local decisions. It's only the fourth intervention in D.C. affairs in more than 40 years.
I am totally against our Congress blocking anything that our elected officials are doing.
But Republicans believe the president tried to inoculate himself from attacks that he's weak on crime as he prepares to seek re-election.
Democrat voters, people who align that way, they want safe streets and safe communities too. And so I think the president reversing course was absolutely necessary.
Crime spiked in Washington even as the city council tried to ease penalties for carjackings and burglaries. Car theft in D.C. climbed 111% this year, homicides up 36%.
We all should want the nation's capital to be safe. The city has completely changed in the last 4 years since I've been in the Senate.
The president's move awards Senate Democrats air cover to side with the GOP.
I don't support what the district did. If anything, we should be increasing penalties for certain offenses.
But dozens of House Democrats who voted against the Republican plan last month are seething. They missed an opportunity to appear tough on crime. President Biden's maneuver awards Republicans their first big win against the Democrats' agenda. But it's also the president's first bipartisan overture to a GOP House. On Capitol Hill, Chad Pergram, Fox News.
Former President Donald Trump tops the CPAC straw poll for the 2024 Republican nomination. Trump winning 62% support and Florida Governor Ron DeSantis coming in as second with 20% support. The results were announced shortly before he took the stage to speak with hundreds gathered in Maryland. Fox's Mark Meredith has the story.
CPAC 2023 is wrapping up with former President Trump, the final speaker of this year's event.
Thank you very much, and I'm thrilled to be back at CPAC with thousands of great and true American patriots.
Now, there were many potential 2024 candidates that chose to sit out CPAC this year, including Florida Governor Ron DeSantis and former Vice President Mike Pence. Many of the speakers at CPAC have been focusing on Trump's America First agenda. Among those speaking out, former New York Congressman Lee Zeldin.
We need to go into Democratic areas, and the best way to get Democrat votes is not to act like Democrats, but to explain why we are proud, principled conservatives, and don't pander.
On Friday, former UN Ambassador Nikki Haley addressed CPAC, urging her party to embrace younger generations of conservative candidates. She's also in Florida this weekend at a GOP donor event, the Club for Growth fundraiser. Haley is among many other Republicans invited, but not Trump, something she referenced with cameras rolling.
I know there's a Republican candidate out there who you didn't invite to the conference, so I appreciate that you did invite me. Others are dragging their feet on the sidelines, waiting to decide what to do. When it comes to saving America, being decisive matters.
And while CPAC may be ending, the race for 2024, of course, rolls on. You've got multiple candidates heading to battleground states, including both Trump and DeSantis, set to visit Iowa within a matter of days. In National Harbor, Maryland, Mark Meredith, Fox News.
Upcoming military exercises between South Korea and the U.S. is increasing tension with North Korea. More on that story now.
Tough talk from North Korea as the foreign ministry in Pyongyang says the peninsula is fast becoming the world's biggest powder keg and staging ground for military exercises, something North Korea says it simply can't tolerate. That threat from the North Koreans coming Saturday morning after South Korea and the United States announced they plan to conduct large-scale military exercises a week from this Monday to strengthen, as they put it, their defensive posture in the South in the face of what they call North Korean aggression. North Korea said those war games are evidence that the Allies are bent on regime change in North Korea. Meanwhile, there is concern, real concern, about a growing food crisis in North Korea. There was a big one there in the 2000s, but some are forecasting this time it could get as bad as the famine in the 1990s, when hundreds of thousands of North Koreans are thought to have starved to death. As for the Koreans' weapons program, the foreign ministry says, well, that's just its response to everything that's going on in the region to maintain the balance of power. In London, Ryan Chilcote, Fox News.
The pressure is rising for Ukrainian troops as Russian forces advance into eastern city of Bakhmut. Fox's Steve Harrigan has the story.
Fighting intensifies in the eastern Ukrainian city of Bakhmut, where UK intelligence officials report Russian forces have advanced into the city's northern suburbs. In the last 36 hours, Ukraine has reportedly destroyed key bridges outside the city, including its last remaining resupply route. Troops on the ground are also helping civilians evacuate amid dangerous conditions. According to one soldier, a woman was killed and 2 men badly wounded by shelling Saturday while trying to cross a makeshift bridge.
I pray to God that all who remain here will survive.
Intelligence officials and Western war analysts believe this could all be signs Ukraine is planning a controlled withdrawal of the city after months of defending it against Russian forces, giving the Kremlin a rare battlefield victory. While the battle rages on, some 24,000 new Ukrainian recruits started training near Kyiv this weekend. The volunteers are part of a newly formed unit, which many believe will be used in a planned spring offensive against Russia.
My motivation is my wish to participate in the final period of the war, winning the offensive to end the war as soon as possible.
Ukraine also sent 2 of its pilots to Tucson, Arizona this weekend to observe how the U.S. Air Force operates. The pilots are reportedly highly experienced, and their visit is part of a military-to-military dialogue between Ukraine and the U.S. So far, those Ukrainian pilots will only be using flight simulators. In Kyiv, Steve Harrigan, Fox News.
After this commercial, we'll be right back. Stay with us.
They call her the country songbird. This is my assistant.
Let's get started. You have my career. I'm your assistant.
Yes.
All new Fantasy Island, Monday at 9 on Fox.
Looking to buy or sell a home? The More True team of Better Homes and Gardens works throughout the state of Maine with both buyers and sellers with a focus on the greater Bangor area. Give the ladies of the More True team a call today or visit their Facebook page.
When you've experienced fire and smoke damage in your home, when pipes break and you have water everywhere, when you're concerned about your family's health because of mold, you need a friendly face to take care of it all. You need the friendly faces of Bouchard Cleaning and Restoration. We're just a click or call away. Whatever life throws at you, Bouchard Cleaning and Restoration is here for you. Bouchard Cleaning and Restoration. You keep the memories. We'll handle the rest.
CEM DP Porter Contractors has been in business for over 40 years in the Bangor area. We specialize in design build for commercial, medical, and residential. We can assist our customers with anything from lot procurement to helping find financing for your project, along with building maintenance and renovations. CEM DP Porter Contractors is currently hiring in Herman for multiple positions, including carpenters and laborers. We offer vacation, holidays, a 3% IRA match, and competitive pay. If interested in applying, please contact Jason at 207-848-7486.
Rowell's Garage has been serving customers in the greater Dover-Foxcroft region since 1946. Our goal is not just selling you a vehicle, but also giving you quality service to maintain your vehicle at peak performance. Browse our inventory online or in person. Whether it's a car, truck, or SUV, we can put you in the vehicle that is right for you. Sales, service, and parts. Rowell's Garage, doing business the right way every day.
Welcome to Kings Mountain RC and Hobby Shop in Brewer. And some call me the King. There are RC trucks, cars, crawlers, and parts aplenty. There are planes, metal detectors, and gear galore. I have decreed that all people can book birthday parties with their RC vehicles provided for all. We have indoor and outdoor tracks and crawling courses available. Bring yourself, your family, and friends to Kings Mountain RC and Hobby Shop, South Main Street, Brewer.
Looking to buy or sell a home? The More True team of Better Homes and Gardens works throughout the state of Maine with both buyers and sellers with a focus on the greater Bangor area. Give the ladies of the More True team a call today or visit their Facebook page.
Thousands of people march more than 2 miles in Australia as they celebrate the LGBTQ community. On Sunday, 50,000 people walked over the Sydney Harbor Bridge to celebrate diversity and show their support for the community, also marking the end of the 17-day Sydney World Pride Festival. The World Pride Festival was created in 1997 and takes place in a new country every 2 to 3 years. The next World Pride Festival will be held on 2025 in Washington, D.C. In other news, the families of the 9-year-old girl and the young TV news reporter speaking out against gun violence, grieving the loss of their loved ones. Last week, a gunman killed Tiana Major and Dylan Lyons in Pine Hills, Florida, in a shooting spree. Another woman was killed and others were injured. The families are coming together to honor the lives cut short and to demand political change.
Both families are unified in their quest to bring attention to gun violence in America and the insanity that has gripped some politicians and others over this issue. They are sickened over what they believe has been the exploitation of their children's deaths by Governor Ron DeSantis and Senator Rick Scott.
In other news, Cubby was always there to lend a helping paw by comforting those in times of crisis. Now her human friends are honoring her by her legacy. Fox's Gabby Easterwood has more.
Cubby was one of a network of about 130 specially trained comfort dogs across 26 states. She and so many others having a real effect on those experiencing tragedy. Cubby, a gentle and sweet dog, healing so many hearts over the years.
Just a beautiful golden who touched so many lives we'll never know.
On Wednesday, Cubby's caregivers said Cubby just seemed off and sluggish.
Took her for a walk and Cubby was walking and just fell over, which is very unusual.
The vet advised them to take her to the ER.
5:30 to 10:30, they did a procedure on her heart to remove some fluid, which allowed us time.
There, they said their goodbyes, and sweet Cubby was gone.
And we were together, we laughed, we cried, we shared stories, and Cubby, her signature move, she's golden retrievers, and our national program has all goldens, and her signature move was like a very gentle paw. It wasn't like she did that, and I think it was either towards her caregiver or the veterinarian, and one of our handlers said it seemed like she was saying it's okay.
Cubby deployed 15 times during tragic and difficult situations across the nation, from Orlando to Parkland to Uvalde, and here in Colorado after the King Super and Club Q shootings, acting as that ray of light during dark times. And that's what's bringing them comfort now, knowing the legacy she had.
We sort of know what we do. You know, we go and people pet them, they meet them, they love. But when you see all the expressions of love, and like I met Cubby in El Paso, I met Cubby in Vegas, I met Cubby, that touched our house to really know what this ministry does.
LCC Canine Ministries was in the process of adding another dog to their mix even before Cubby's passing. So they say they are excited to honor Cubby while training that new pup.
In other sad news, actor Tom Sizemore, known for roles in films including True Romance and Natural Born Killers, has died at the age of 61. We take a look at his life and career. Here's Fox's Ashley Dvorkin.
I roll with you, Neil, whatever.
Actor and producer Tom Sizemore has died after being in critical condition and a coma following a brain aneurysm February 18th. Sizemore's Hollywood career started with a small role in 1989's Born on the 4th of July. He rose to fame from there with parts in classics, 1993's True Romance, the 1994 thriller Natural Born Killers, and Heat in 1995.
All right, go!
His 1998 performance in Steven Spielberg's Saving Private Ryan earned him a Screen Actors Guild Award nomination. He received a Golden Globe nomination for his role in 2000's TV movie Witness Protection.
I need extra security on these Humvees.
And in 2001, he starred in Black Hawk Down as Lieutenant Colonel Danny McKnight. Over the years, Sizemore struggled with drug addiction and run-ins with the law. In 2003, he was convicted of domestic violence charges against his ex-girlfriend, Heidi Fleiss. In 2017, a woman accused Sizemore of abusing her as an 11-year-old during the filming of Born Killers. No charges were filed. Sizemore appeared on Celebrity Rehab with Dr. Drew in 2010. His recent TV series include Twin Peaks in 2017 and a part on the upcoming final season of Cobra Kai. Sizemore was 61 years old and is survived by his two 17-year-old twin sons. In Hollywood, Ashley Dvorkin, Fox News.
Conrad Supinski's in next with our full 5-day forecast.
It's wintertime, of course. We had a little bit more snow yesterday. More is on the way, though. When? And the big question is, how much more are we going to get the next 5 days? I'll have the answers coming up.
Maine Commercial Solar offers a variety of services including solar system design, sales, maintenance, and installation. Maine Commercial Solar can help you with existing or new systems. We offer packages for installation by others, or we can help you build your own solar array, smaller residential, or anything in between. Maine Commercial Solar is currently hiring in Herman for multiple positions. We offer competitive pay, a 3% IRA match, vacation, holiday time, and a family-oriented environment. If interested, please call Jason at 848-7486.
We begin in the Pendleton Whiskey Buck and Shoot.
Ryan Solo has a lot of intensity. The kick on this one. Get to the ace. Come on. All day long.
I called Joe Bornstein's office for a free case evaluation. They helped me with a car accident. I was injured, and so was my dog. They helped me with getting my vet bills reimbursed, my medical bills reimbursed, and going above and beyond, doing more than I had ever expected. They were kind, pleasant, and understanding through it all. The law offices of Joe Bornstein made the process so easy, I would absolutely recommend them.
Call Joe today for a free case evaluation. There's never a fee unless you win.
Realtors at Morrison & Company with Next Home Experience have been serving satisfied clients since 2016. With more than $25 million in sales for 2022 alone, we hold the expertise to get you from under contract to closing during this very personal experience. Our modern and hands-on approach will get you where you want to be, faster and with less hassle. Call us today for your real estate options.
Dad, not another showing.
You just wait around a minute, something awful's bound to happen. You can save me. That's what we're here for.
911 Lone Star, Tuesday on Fox.
Welcome back, folks. All right, no winter weather advisories or warnings, but we do have some gale watches and gale warnings in effect till the afternoon to even evening hours tomorrow. This is by the coast. It is very windy outside. We have wind gusts close to 35 miles an hour. It is warm, though, so hey, that is our light at the end of the tunnel. Did have some snow yesterday. Today, though, not much going on. Just a few passing clouds all over the state. Not much really going on in our state, but just down south, closer to Vermont, into Massachusetts, upstate New York, a couple of lingering flurries. This isn't anything that's going to be accumulating, especially with those warmer temperatures in the region. It is winter, though, and a little bit more activity will be moving on in. Okay, so tomorrow evening, we're looking at possibly a couple of flurries. Not much accumulations, or maybe even no accumulations with the flurries. Temperatures still above freezing. Tuesday, once again, we're looking at possibly more chances of flurries. This one, we might get a couple of lighter snow showers in the area. Maybe a dusting or two, half an inch at most in some locations. Maybe some isolated amounts of around an inch, mostly just north of town. Indicated here with those future snowfall totals. So not much, not a big snow event, just something, a little teaser, I would say, to pass on by. Let's talk a little bit about temperatures, folks. We've had really a divide in temperatures. The southern half of the country, very warm, well above average temperatures. It really feels like spring, but the northern part of the state, Punxsutawney Phil knows what's going on. We do have some cooler air just north of New York City, I'd say. Here in town, though, still above average temperatures for today, but definitely enough to have a couple of flurries, especially tomorrow and into Tuesday. Look at Chicago. 49 degrees. They were in the 50s yesterday, and tomorrow they're going to be in the 50s as well, with Wisconsin getting a lot more snow on the way. So our average high this time of year should be around 36 degrees. So the next couple of days we're going to be near average in those mid-30s. Look at Wednesday into Thursday. We slowly warm up. Warmer air continues to move in. Not too warm, though. I'd say around 40 degrees. Then by next weekend, we're looking at temperatures around average, as their average high does start to bump up a little bit. So we will be in those upper 30s to lower 40s. So not too bad, I would say. Tonight, though, temperatures will be below freezing, so things will start to refreeze once again. Be careful out there, folks. There is a lot of ice, and there will be much more by those morning hours tomorrow. Mostly clear skies. It will be windy, though, so that feels like temperature will feel closer to maybe 10 degrees. Tomorrow, temperatures will be hovering slightly above freezing, 35 degrees, mostly cloudy skies. Continuing to have some windy conditions. A northwest wind at around 15, gusting to even 35 to 40 miles an hour in some spots. Our extended forecast outlook does show a couple of flurries, maybe some lighter snow showers on Tuesday, lingering flurries on Wednesday, but check out those temperatures close to 40 degrees and no accumulations there. Thursday into Friday, temperatures once again will stay slightly above average in the upper 30s to lower 40s. AJ?
Thanks, Conrad. I see we're in the clear on the days that I'm off, so good news for me. Stay tuned. We have sports with Ryan Sudall coming up next.
LiftMaster is the #1 professionally installed garage door opener. Can alert you if you left it open and let you close it from most anywhere in the world. And where's the best place to get your LiftMaster? From PDQ Door. PDQDoor.com.
Come try one of our daily specials at Pat's Pizza in Hamden.
Tuesday, spaghetti or ziti with meatballs or sausage, only $5.50.
Wednesday, large one-topping pizza, only $8.50.
Thursday, get an oven-baked wrap for only $6.
Friday is fish and fries for only $8.
And Saturday, get a small one-item pizza with a fountain soda, only $8.
Bring the family to Pat's Pizza, 662 Main Road, North Hamden.
Family owned and operating in the Bangor area for more than 10 years. Crosby's Welding is here to help you. We specialize in steel, stainless steel, and aluminum welding and fabrication. We serve many of the local industries from Maine lobstermen to the commercial trucking industry and everything in between. Fully mobile on-site construction services right down to custom signs and fire pits. Fast, friendly, reliable service. Give us a call today for a free estimate, 974-7815.
At Hood, our love for New England inspired New England Creamery. We make it with premium Hood milk and cream, then we overload it with the good stuff. Like Green Mountain Mint chip with a rich fudgy swirl. Maine Sweet Blueberry with real delicious blueberries. And Cape Cod Fudge Shop, packed with fudgy truffles. Hood's New England Creamery. From Hood, for New England. Try all 13 flavors.
LiftMaster is the #1 professionally installed garage door opener. Can alert you if you left it open and let you close it from most anywhere in the world. And where's the best place to get your LiftMaster? From PDQ Door. PDQDoor.com.
I'm gonna make this right.
You can tell me the truth.
Accused, Tuesday on Fox.
Hey everybody, Ryan Sudall here. Thank you so much for joining us. Let's start on the hardwood. 2 gold ball games down, 8 more to go on Monday and Tuesday. And on Tuesday, Dexter Girls Hoops will play in their first state title game since 2017. Their stingy defense and constant support from their community made it all possible.
It's kind of unbelievable, but I know that we've worked really, really hard for it. So I know that all of our work's paying off.
Dexter girls basketball is back in the state final after 6 years, with a shot at winning their first gold ball in nearly 2 decades.
It feels amazing. In 2017, I watched, and I'm very excited to be doing it myself.
Junior Maisie Peach saw that game too. Then and now, it's personal.
I watched my sister play in the 2007 state game. So it feels really good. That's been a big dream, really important. So I look forward to playing there when I lose.
The Tigers were the top seed in C North, and they played like it, especially in the title game against PVHS, where they held the Howlers to just 31 points.
They have a lot of length, so obviously that's really, really hard to get by. But we focused on defense, and we knew if offense is obviously going to work, our defense is going to cover for that.
That defense has been constant all season long. And so is the amazing support the Tigers get from their community.
So many people there at the tournament and people that I didn't even know about congratulating us.
Like you walk into Duncan or Robinson's in the morning and people will talk to you about the games and they're just really supportive.
Dexter will play Old Orchard Beach Tuesday night for the Class C crown. Not winning since 2006, the gold ball for some
would span generations.
It would be really crazy because that was when my mom was in high school, so it's been a really long time. We've worked really hard for this, and I think it would just mean a lot to everyone.
It'd feel really good. Probably one of the greatest accomplishments.
I think it would be probably one of the greatest things in my life right now.
And we wish them the best of luck in that game. Let's head to the mat now. Down in Portland, the University of Southern Maine Huskies will be sending not one but two wrestlers to the NCAA National Championships. Jake Peavy and Jake Craig have both qualified. Peavy, who hails from South China, is going for the second straight year after winning the NCAA Northeast Regionals at 285, while Craig, a 125er from Skowhegan, is just the third freshman in the program's long storied history to qualify for nationals. Needless to say, both wrestlers are excited to show off their talents next week in Roanoke, Virginia.
Tons of good wrestlers down there. Be lying if I didn't say I was a little nervous, but I think it's all about knowing that I'm just as capable as those guys at that big stage.
You realize all these guys are the same as you. They're all at 6 different regions, and they go through the same process you do to get there. So there's no need to put anyone on a pedestal or anything like that. You know, everyone that's there belongs to be there. So it's definitely good to get out there.
Congratulations to both of them. We wish them luck. Okay, let's go back to basketball now. On Saturday, Maine men's basketball visited UMass Lowell in the America East Tournament quarterfinals. Let's see how that turned out. Riverhawks, the 2 seed, Black Bears, the 7 seed. Let's start first half with a record-breaking moment. That steal by Kellen Tynes, his 96th of the year, a new single-season program record, and he finishes it with a slam. Later, Lowell around the perimeter. Alan Blunt gets it to Everett Hammond, who drills the corner 3. Riverhawks up 44-26 at the half. Second half, Getty Husapaitis. If it's his final game, he's going to leave us with a highlight. Sweet spins here, and it ends with a fadeaway bank right in the D's face. But Lowell would stay ahead. Next possession. Here's Hammond going baseline, bounces it to Max Brooks, who finishes with the jam. Riverhawks would go on to win this one 85-54 to move to the America East semis. Let's stick with the Black Bears for some baseball. Maine visiting Winthrop Saturday in Game 2 of their weekend series. First inning, third pitch. Quinn McDaniel sees, he says, see you later, bat flip and all. Second straight game with a homer for McDaniel, 1-0 Black Bears. Bottom 2, man on second for the Eagles. Nick Badillo lines one to left, and it gets down. Ramses Cordova is going to score. We are tied at 1. How about Colin Fitzgerald, though? He would go 6 innings, 1 earned run, and 4 strikeouts. The sophomore kept it tied into the 7th, but in the 7th, though, 3-1 Eagles with bases loaded, and Ty Hooks rolls one into left. That'll score 2. It's 5-1 Winthrop. Eagles would hold the lead and beat Maine 6-2. Okay, let's go to some other scores from the area now. Missouri beats Maine softball 10-0. In Division III baseball, Husson beats Dominican 8-3. And in the Class B North Regional semifinals, Messalonsky defeats Presque Isle 3-2. They go to the regional final to face off against Hamden Academy. And in Division III softball, Husson defeats Calvin 5-4. That's all the time we have for sports. I'm Ryan Sudol. We'll be back right after the break.
Risk.
Sure, the driveway looks good now with the snow on it, but you know what will still be under there in the spring? The same cracks, crumbles, and potholes that were there before winter. Call Eaton Paving today. Let's make an appointment to fix those problems when the weather is ready. Eaton Paving and Excavation.
When you're ready to tackle your next building project, no matter how big or small, depend on Hammond Lumber Company for the products and services you need. The knowledgeable staff at Hammond Lumber will be with you every step of the way and keep your project on schedule. From free estimating and project planning to design and drafting services, an extensive product inventory with a wide variety of brands to choose from, and of course, Hammond delivers from any of the locations across Maine and New Hampshire. Hammond Lumber Company, your building project partner.
Let's face it, getting training and experience is hard, but at Loring Job Corps we can help. From certifications in automotive technology, obtaining your CDL, or learning building trades, we have you covered. Maybe you prefer joining the high-tech world of computer networking or cybersecurity. We have that as well. Don't delay, get in the driver's seat to your future today. And the best part, Loring Job Corps is free. Receive free training, free meals, and even free housing. Call or go to jobcorps.gov/Loring. Job Corps careers begin here.
Here at Black Fly Coffee Company, quality will never be compromised. No matter what type of coffee you choose, whether it's hot, iced, or frozen, you can feel confident that our products are the highest caliber. We're here to assist you with your morning cup of joe, along with your mid-afternoon pick-me-up. And while here, grab a pastry for a snack. We always have fresh pastries available from a local business right here in the area. We look forward to meeting you soon.
Toyota's all-wheel drive vehicles not only conquer the elements, Toyota conquers its competitors by sheer selection. You see, Toyota has 20 different all-wheel drive or four-wheel drive models. That's more than Subaru, more than Honda, more than Jeep. Conquer most anything with a tough Tacoma 4x4, the best-selling midsize pickup for 17 years, and named best truck among midsize pickups. See your New England Toyota dealer, your all-wheel drive headquarters. Toyota, let's go places.
Sure, the driveway looks good now with the snow on it, but you know what will still be under there in the spring? The same cracks, crumbles, and potholes that were there before winter. Call Eaton Paving today. Let's make an appointment to fix those problems when the weather is ready. Eaton Paving and Excavation.
This is a lot harder than I thought it was going to be.
Farmer Wants a Wife, series premiere Wednesday on Fox.
We all know about TikTok, even if we don't use it, but there are other Chinese-backed apps that could come under the microscope. Names like Temu, CapCut, Shein, and WeChat. Secretary Raimundo says that administration is working to blunt the national security risk on various Chinese social media apps beyond TikTok. Raimundo says she's considering a trip to China this year. She is among top officials in Biden's cabinet, pushing efforts to counter what's seen as rising economic and strategic threats from Beijing. Raimundo also says the administration is working carefully on scrutinizing outbound investments into certain industries in China, including export controls on chip-making technology. In other news, a company is offering sea lovers a chance that is hard to resist. Life at Sea Cruises offers customers a chance to visit more than 100 countries over 3 years. The cruise ships has 400 cabinets, which can house close to 1,100 passengers. For those planning on working during this trip, the Sea has 14 office spaces available, as well as a business center and meeting rooms. However, this extravagant trip costs around $30,000 a year. Luckily, the company is offering payment plans for those interested. Reservations are now open at lifeatseacruises.com. That's all for tonight. We hope you have a great rest of your evening, and we'll see you back here at 10 tomorrow night. Be safe.
Here at Garrett's Auto Sales, we believe in fair prices, superior service, and always treating the customer right. We have a fantastic selection of cars, trucks, and SUVs to choose from, with some priced under $10,000. All our vehicles come with a complimentary 30-day warranty and can be seen at garrettsauto.com. Come see us at Garrett's Auto Sales, where we focus on you, the customer. We're located just 2 miles from the Brewer Walmart on Route 1A. We look forward to meeting you. General Rental Center has been serving Central Maine with equipment and tool rentals for more than 30 years. Our extensive inventory contains everything you need to get the job done right. Our professional, knowledgeable staff is here to make sure that you get the highest quality rental items to complete your project and that they have been serviced and maintained to the highest standards. Power brooms to get that sand off the lawn, leaf blowers, brush chippers, stump grinders, aerial lifts, tillers, and excavators. We rent most everything. If you don't see it in our online catalog, please ask for it. If we don't have the item you need, we would be happy to help you find it.
Pond Hill Farms in Brooks, Maine offers 100% grass-fed beef in a variety of ways. Choose between individual cuts that are state inspected and ready to pop in your fridge or freezer. If you're looking to stock up, Pond Hill Farms offer the option to purchase hang